Hey y'all, it's Megan. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Y'all come cook some supper with me tonight. Tonight we're having chicken and I ain't decided what else. So let's see what we get into. Now here on our farm we do raise our own chicken and we actually raise all of our own meat. I can't tell you the last time that we bought meat from the grocery store, which we've been totally blessed with that. We do raise the Cornish cross meat birds. We've tried the Red Rangers. You know, it's all down to personal opinion, but we really like the Cornish cross broilers. And while we're able to get them from the hatcheries, y'all, we're just gonna keep on getting them, okay? So tonight we're gonna quarter up this chicken. So we're gonna get started with that. We're gonna get our legs and thighs off first. They're the easiest. And I am using my custom knife that was made by Sparks Forge. Be sure you check out his channel. He makes some really good stuff. So let's get a leg and a thigh off first. I like to pop the joints out, what you just saw me do. And I want to talk to y'all about whole chickens. I never realized, actually, till I started selling whole chickens, which we sell some here from the farm, that a lot of people anymore are intimidated by whole chickens because you get accustomed to buying individual cuts from the grocery store. And that is totally fine, but whole chickens, y'all, are like the frugal way to go, in my opinion. Even before we were raising our own whole chickens, that's what I was buying from the store because I could get so much more for so much cheaper out of a whole chicken than I could just like a pack of breasts or something like that. And so I want that to be something y'all keep in mind as I show y'all what we're doing today. Now this is the part I struggle with, so y'all don't judge me. I struggle with the breasts and the wings. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's get this backbone out of this chicken. I always struggle with this part if I'm cutting one up like this. And now you can go even further and cut them up into legs, thighs, wings, breasts. I do that sometimes too, or sometimes I literally just cook them whole. Now, that wasn't so bad. Alright, so let's get this broken in half here for our quarters. There we go. That's what a good knife will get you right there. Y'all see how easy that was? All right. We're going to take us a couple of paper towels here and we're just going to pat these kind of dryish. But patting them dry like this really helps your seasoning stick a little better. So I've got my oven set on 400 degrees. I'm going to let these cook for around 10-15 minutes on 400 and then I'll knock it back down to 350. That just initially gets this skin to start crisping up a little bit. So we're going to take some lard and we're going to just smother these in lard. So I do know I've got some leftover green beans and potatoes that I cooked together last night. So I do know we're going to have that. I've also got leftover yeast rolls. We're getting towards the end of the week here, so I start adding a lot of leftovers. It makes life so much easier. But, I don't know. May cooks. I don't know yet. I gotta think. I'm gonna think on that while I'm going around feeding everything. You want to come with me for that? You do? Okay. wanted to go ahead and get this started because this will take the longest. So I'll let this cook while I'm getting the animals outside taken care of. I've got it on like a rack to keep the chicken out of the grease. Because this grease, you know, it's going to run off of it. So we're going to give our chicken a good helping of salt, okay? This will not make it salty. It does help draw the moisture out of your meat and makes you just have a better end product. So we're going to hit it with quite a bit of salt. There we go. Some pepper. Y'all know how I feel about black pepper. So, this chicken gonna have quite a bit of on it right here. And if you're interested to see, like, if that's something that you're wanting to pursue, processing your own chickens, I do got a video floating around of processing chickens. If that's something you'd be interested in. Once you get to doing it, you can about do it with your eyes closed eventually. Alright, now, since I've got them like this, let's do some Italian seasoning. Do a little of that. Y'all, I cook very, I don't follow a lot of recipes. I'm like, that sounds good. That sounds like it'd be good together. That's what kind of cook you're dealing with here. So, excuse me if I don't say put, you know, like a teaspoon of salt or this or that. I just do it till it looks right. Or till I think it looks right anyway. It's worked for me so far. That's the wonderful thing about cooking. Just do it. And then when you do it, you'll be like, maybe next time I won't put so much of this. Or maybe next time I'll put a little more of this. Or, you know. Flexible. It's so flexible. Alright. So, that looks good. That was a little garlic powder that I just put on there. I think that looks good. We're going to go ahead and put these in the 400-degree oven. Like I said, 10-15 minutes. And then I'm going to cut it down to 350 and just let it cook till it finishes getting done. So, get these in here. Now, I have a lot of people say, Megan, I can't eat that much chicken. Listen, I don't eat that much chicken either. You know, whole chicken is a lot of chicken. But the wonderful thing about it is, now, tomorrow, I'm hopefully going to have already pre-cooked chicken for something else. Makes great chicken pie, chicken stew, chicken and dumplings, you know, chicken tacos. So that's what I love about the whole chickens, is it makes life a little bit easier the next day. So I have figured out what else I'm going to cook. We're going to have this sweet potato concoction that I make, but I got to bake the sweet potatoes first. I want to say, like, I made a video about it. It's been like a couple years ago. I think I come up with the name Sweet Potato Delight. I can't remember. But it's just something that I kind of made up, and it is really good. I just washed my sweet potatoes, so I'm drying them off a little bit. But I'm going to stick these in there since the oven's hot already anyway. I'm going to put a little olive oil on them. Just a little. And I like to use my little sweet potatoes for this because they're not quite big enough for bacon. I mean, they are, but I like the little ones that get done faster. So I'm going to stick these in the oven with the chicken, and I'll show you what Sweet Potato Delight is. And I'm going to go ahead and cut down my heat because they've been in there about 10 minutes. Okay. Now, gotta get critters fed. Good girl. Alright, got all that done. Got my hands washed. I gotta get these sweet potatoes out and we're gonna check and see if they're done. And by done, I mean like fork tender. Oh, that one's done. That's one good thing about these little tiny ones. Boy, they get done quick. Oh yeah. Alright. My chicken is looking good. It ain't done though. So let's get this going. So what you're gonna need is your little like 8x8 pan and a roll of crescent rolls. We're gonna put half of these on the bottom. It's just your regular container of crescent rolls. So let's get those and break that off and lay those in the bottom of our pan. This is so good, y'all. Like, I highly recommend that you try it. It's so good. So now we're gonna get the skin off of these. While they're hot, hot, hot. I could let them cool off, but I don't have time for all of that. So it'll be all right. I'm gonna have people hollering they're hungry here in a little bit. So don't be like me. Prepare these ahead of time. Give them time to cool. Alright, I'm gonna lay that in there. Just cut it up a little bit. We want a good little layer of sweet potatoes there. And they're so soft, I mean, I'm not hurting my crescent rolls cutting those up like that. All right. Got me a good layer of sweet potatoes. Now, we're gonna melt us some butter. Probably a half stick of butter. Half a stick of butter, half a cup of brown sugar, and some cinnamon together. Mix that all together. We're going to pour that over top of this. Alright, now we're just going to mix all that together. Got my butter melted. And if you don't have enough to go over your mixture, just make you a little bit more. Simple as that. Like I said, this is butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon. I'm trying to evenly spread it out. Alright, now we're going to take our last 4 crescent rolls. They're still, we hadn't tore them apart or anything. We're just going to unroll them just like we did with those on the bottom. And that's going to, we'll stretch them a little bit so they'll kind of fit. That's going to go over the top. And I like to kind of mash the sides down a little bit. You don't have to, but I like to. We're going to sprinkle the top with just a little bit of cinnamon. Just like that. And we're going to put them in the oven for ever how long this says. 9 to 12 minutes. So I'm going to start with that, and then just keep an eye on them after that until they get brown on top. And hopefully our chicken should be done about then too. Let's get everything out. Alright, you can let this get a little doner, but I let it get good and brown on the edges. And I don't mind it being doughy a little bit. That's actually what makes it extra good. And we're going to go ahead and get our chicken out. Look at that. So how we'll eat the chicken, usually when I cook it this way, we'll dip it in barbecue sauce and eat it that way. And then, like I said, whatever leftovers we have, I'll make something out of it tomorrow. So, let's get our plates fixed. So we got leftover green beans and potatoes that I cooked last night.
Looks pretty good, don't it?
I think so.
And this is my favorite.
Yes, Andy loves my sweet potato surprise, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So, I'll show y'all what the inside looks like there. Very delicious.
I imagine that'll be gone here after a while. Let's see.
Just get you a chunk. You ain't got to cut yours off. I just cut Maggie's off. I had to go ahead and fix Maggie's plates. I already broke into one of them.
There we go. And a piece of bread. Looks pretty good.
Yep, I made yeast rolls the other night, so we got those too.
There you go.
I'm going to go ahead and get me a plate fixed, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And till we see you on the next one. Y'all have a good one.